work under his
Yeah, he's making progress. He looks better and better every day, and so we'll see come Saturday what his status is, how he's feeling. We're going to make the best decision with the team in mind and our future in mind, and so we'll see where that goes. But he's making progress each day.
Is there something he would have to show you guys the next couple of days
Yeah, we want to make sure he's healthy. We want to make sure he's close to 100%. We're going against a good defense. They fly around. They're physical, and so we're not going to put him in any harm or any danger. And so, and he's got to be able to make all the throws and all the runs and things of that nature. And so we'll take our time and make sure that he's healthy and he gives us the best chance to win.
Troy, game planning for Michigan, number 10, Devin Bush,
Yeah.
your linebacker.
Yeah.
What makes him so difficult to handle?
Man, he's got everything. Fast, physical, explosive, smart. I mean, he knows exactly, based on formations, what you're going to run. And he plays with relentless effort. And so he's always around the ball. He's physical. And so we've got to make sure that we've got a hat on him. And he's accounted for. But he does a great job.
Scott was saying you wanted to see more consistency out of the wide receivers going forward. Do you feel like you're getting closer to getting guys up to the level of JD and Stan? And kind of
well, they've set a high bar. And we know what those guys can do. We need some other guys to step up their game and contribute and help out. And so we're gonna, I didn't play a whole lot of guys the last two games, but that's got to change. We're wearing JD and Stan out, and so we've got to make sure we play other guys. And they've practiced well this week. Woodyard has practiced well, and Andre Hunt, and even McQuitty. And so we've got to make sure we've got a good rotation where we don't wear guys out. I think the last game in the fourth quarter, I think JD was tired and didn't have the legs he would have had if we would have rotated some more guys, and so we've got to make sure we keep those guys fresh.
Did you think you'd have more of a rotation by now, though, at receiver?
Yeah, I did. That's what I was hoping for. So I challenged the other guys. Y'all got to step up, and it's really open. Who's the third? Who's the fourth? Who's the fifth guy is open, and it's going to be based on how they practice and how they prepare this week and how they go through pregame warmups. Shoot, if they go out there pregame warmups and they're dropping 3 or 4 or 5 balls, and that doesn't give coach confidence. So those guys understand that, and they know that they've got to step their game up. And Stanley even challenged them after the game that those other guys have to step up, have to be ready to play, and the standards don't go down regardless of who's in the game.
Some of the offensive line members saying that they had some trouble with some of the slanting that Troy did on the defensive line. How does that prepare you for a team with a D-line like Michigan?
Yeah, well, they were active. Troy had an active D-line. They started in one spot, and when the ball was snapped, they moved and ended up in another spot. And so you've got to be aware of that. And Michigan does the same thing. I mean, they're athletic. Their D-line is right now the best we've played this season, and maybe the best we're gonna play. And so our O-line knows that it's going to be a challenge, and they've done a great job of preparing. And now it comes down to executing and being more physical. And when they do slant, not only get on them, but finish them. And that's what we were missing across the board, was just the finish. It's not good enough just to get on a guy, but we got to finish him off so that running backs can make the cut and find a hole.
Going up against that, do you want to do something different maybe with the rotation of the offensive line, or go with a new starting lineup?
Yeah, once again, I think we've got some depth there, and so we can rotate some guys in. When guys get tired, we've got to bring fresh legs in. A fresh body is better than a tired body, and so you'll see some more guys play up front, and if we can keep guys fresh, then I think we've got a better chance of establishing longer drives. When you get to a 10, 12 play drive, those guys get tired, and if we can stay fresh, then we wear the defensive line out, and we'll move the ball more effectively.
Michigan's corners, obviously they're very talented, but they're really aggressive too. How much has that been a point of emphasis for the wide receiver group?
It's been a huge point. I told the receivers this week that if anybody puts their hands on you, girlfriend, family member, knock it off. And so I was serious. It's that type of game. It's a mentality where they're going to be physical. They're going to try to disrupt the timing of the quarterback. They're going to try to get their hands on us. We've got to be physical. We've got to have that physical mindset that nothing's going to be easy. You're not going to get 5, 6, 7 yards of separation against these guys. Everything's going to be contested, and you have to have that mentality going in. And I told them this week, if anybody puts their hands on you, knock it off. And tell your girlfriend, don't take it personal. That's the mindset we're in this week.
When you graded Andrew Bunch's film, or whenever you looked at it, how'd you assess it?
He did a good job. He did a good job. We've got to help him. We've got to have receivers making plays. We've got to have the offensive line protecting him better, opening up holes. Running backs got to hit the holes. I mean, he played a good game. He played well enough for us to win. And so we're proud of Andrew. He's only going to get better. If he does play this game, he's going to get better in game 2. And so we feel good about, if it's Adrian, it's Adrian. If it's Andrew, it's Andrew. And we feel like we can go up to Michigan and win with either of those two guys.